Hi, uh, my name is Tom. You know who I am. You know what the deal is. Hey, the game popped up. Give me just a second. So I'm going to do another game and music stream. I don't remember which chapter I'm in when it comes to Deliver Us Mars, and my stream health is incredibly unhealthy at the moment. Uh, so I'm going to be chopping in and out, unfortunately. Hopefully it healthies up quite shortly, and then things will be going a little more smoothly. I believe yesterday I mentioned that I might do a little bit of house cleaning, so I may decide to do a little bit of that today. I've got a short thing that I put together for the stream to show exactly what I mean. And also, I didn't complete my Camila one a day yesterday, so now I'm three in the hole to Camila, which is unfortunate. So I have to bust out. I'm gonna end up being Kanye West fairly soon. Early phases of his career if I don't fucking get on my grind. But with that being said, the fact that I haven't done house cleaning is exceedingly likely to be one of those reasons that I'm falling slightly behind. It's just a thing that DJs and music producers that make use of these digital audio workstations have to do every once in a while. So I will be doing that. But first, I will play some Deliver Us Mars, which again was put out by KeokeN Interactive and Frontier Foundry, which is the publishing house of Frontier Developments PLC, which is currently responsible for Elite Dangerous, Jurassic, the Jurassic World series, F1 racing, uh, this game, and a few more. I think they have like a Warhammer game. I'm not keeping track of everything they're up to, but uh, they are who put out this game. This is the sequel to a game called Deliver Us the Moon, which is also developed by KeokeN Interactive, which I have been told this game is related to in some way or another. So, uh, on to Deliver Us Mars. I've already seen this. Just a moment. I have already seen this. So I'm going to. I've already seen. What's going on? I've already seen this. So what I'm going to do is play through this, but I'm going to skip over the animation that puts this thing together, or rather, puts it together. But I'm going to skip through this narrative sequence. Wait, no, this isn't the same one. I won't be skipping through this narrative sequence.
I still can't believe it, Isaac. In my wildest dreams, I didn't dare to see numbers like this. You keep living up to your name with every project you get your hands on. Our dream is coming to life, my friend.
There you are.
Rosa, join us. We're just celebrating. Isaac's ore crusher is performing well above expectations.
Admissions are up again, William. 62% this last month. We need to expand the medical wing, and we need more staff to take care of them.
We talked about this. It's only a temporary increase.
I don't think it is. People are being worked too hard and burning out too fast. More and more are showing symptoms of anxiety and PTSD. And with our outlook for the future milestones, those numbers are only going to go up.
Isaac's housing development has just started. We can't spare anyone else.
Let me rehabilitate them, William. Give me more space and more staff so I can
We can't afford to take people off the ground crews to rest and even more to support them. That will only prolong our struggles.
These are your people, William. They follow you, look up to you.
The answer is no. I'll see both of you at the weekly debrief tonight.
Rosa, meet me in the medical wing. I might be able to help you out.
The answer is no.
I'll get that down. that down.
Whoa! Dude, that doesn't look right at all.
That's the RP for the stream tower, right, Ayla? Okay, let's power it up.
Over here.
MPT power reduction field. Power input reduced on contact. Supports multiple beams. A resistor. Did Dad make these? That is great. That is good. Okay, that is good. This should power the elevator. Let's go down there.
So as I've said before, this is like an amazing, amazing looking game. A lot of it resembles aesthetically. Shit. The space legs. Ooh. A lot of it sort of resembles, in terms of what's her face's costume, spacesuit. Resembles the space legs in Really Dangerous. I don't know if that's a coincidence. Or it's just like at this point it's become a genre trope. But it does make for a bit of, I don't want to say needless, but unfair comparisons to be drawn from, between Really Dangerous' space legs FPS mode and this game, which is, again, not a particularly fair comparison, but it is, son of a, but it is there. To be fair, I have played Elite Dangerous and space legs missions and gaming mode type for a little. I never found it to be the most particularly interesting aspect of the game. Fuck you. So, it wouldn't be particularly appropriate for me to make anything other than the most mode. Oh god, it's not working good. Oh man. They'd be relatively shallow comparison. Sorry, I'm getting a little. Oh, I'm gonna. They wouldn't be anything other than the most shallow compare Elite Dangerous to Space Legs to this for the most part. Because again, I haven't played Elite Dangerous to Space Legs mode particularly long or with any like particular interest. Because my main interest in the game was the flight. God damn it. But I mean, the control scheme in this game is. I wouldn't go so far as to say superior, but is way better looking. This requires a little more finesse and a little more care. It's pretty freewheeling in Elite Dangerous' first-person shooter mode. I will say that the third-person view in this game is just more preferable to me on the whole. But there are things like this climbing aspect of this game. There's far more interactions with surface side. Oh, you son of a B word. Surface side's terrain that would be incredibly desirable in Elite Dangerous. And maybe they'll be working those into the next incarnation of the game at some point. Beyond that, it's a completely different play experience. You got to be kidding me. Completely different play experience. Albeit, again, relatively similar aesthetically. Also, this game has a pretty specific narrative, specific to the player's experience, which, when it comes to Elite Dangerous, they've made very clear just in terms of their own actions. In terms of the narrative they're putting out is far less important for that particular game than, say, a game like this one. For those of you who don't know Elite Dangerous, it is a space flight sim. I don't know why you would not. There's a space flight sim that added an FPS element about 4 years in. The narrative is one of those grand narratives that deals very much with the entirety of the universe and the things that are occurring within the entirety of the universe at any given set period. The things that occur within the various factions, what's going on? I ran out of oxygen. Things that go on within the game, within the narrative that focus on a given place, tend to be sort of short vignettes, short blurbs that sort of give a generally rough guide to how the universe, how that gaming universe, or what is going on in that gaming universe, and what that gaming universe is to the rest of its players. And even that, it's particularly sparse. It leaves a lot up to the imagination and to wonder, which is perfectly amenable to the type of game that it is. Me, myself, and I, again, took that as, like many other players, as a matter of fact, took that as sort of a launching point to take part in our own gaming experiences and sort of take control of those gaming experiences, which I did with the Maiden Loves. Writing and production of music and video supplements, 2D writing. And you will find, if you make your way into that particular community, that there are a number of incredibly talented gamers that are currently gaming that community. Albeit far less, I'm not going to say anything bad about it. I'm just going to be nice today. Anyway, back to this game. I'm going to run out of options. So for those of you who are unaware, Frontier Developments PLC, Cambridge-based gaming company. Oh, shut up, this is exciting. I'm not that excited. This is like one of those dangerous areas. Gaming company based out of England, in Cambridge, Wales, which is like a city in England, whatever it's called. Too late, we've already decided. It's been around since the 80s. Started with the first Elite game. It was made by David Braben, and I'm going to get smashed into. And whoever his partners in crime were at the time. It was a wireframe space sim that detailed the oh shit. Human species' first encounter with the Thargoids, which have become the major antagonist for this most recent narrative. Arc in the gaming universe. The company itself won a BAFTA, which is not a BAFTA, whatever it's called. They won a British Gaming Award. Won a British Gaming. Oh no! Oh, God damn. They won a British Gaming Award for Elite Dangerous in the first year of its release. They have apparently had, or at least have reportedly had trouble since, in terms of satisfying their player base. I've never been particularly unsatisfied with the game. I will say that there is a certain degree of desirability for single player mode. And as the game is a full, I can't even land on this. As the game is like a fully online game. At any point that the game is updating the servers, or if the servers go down for any reason, or for any reason your internet connection is slow, makes it very difficult to play. So if you are into single player games like this one, where you don't have a I'm running out of oxygen already, I'm gonna die. Or you don't have a connection. Hurry. Don't have I'm gonna die. If you don't have a connection, good solid internet connection, it will be difficult to play the game. Get in the car. If you have one, and like persistent mobile or persistent universe games, I'd suggest you check it out. If you like spaceflight games, I suggest you check it out. Robert, what's his face?
Oh, no.
Robert Space Industries, I think is the name of the company that makes Star Citizen. Apparently he's doing incredibly well financially. They've been serving up a lot of attention from these smaller and less well-funded developments.
Happy to Sarah and Ryan. If you're getting any of this, found a rover and I'm waiting out the storm to head to the Ark. I hope to see you there.
And when I get into, when I pick up a HOTUS, I can give a proper comparison of flight engines.
Ayla, are you okay out there? Okay.
Oh, flashback sequence.
Kathy! Kathy, come here!
Claire?
Look, I found some great pictures to support my answer.
Wait. I remember this. This was when I asked her.
Earth is obviously the best planet. Just look. See? All these beautiful plants and animals. No other planet has any of this. Even Moonbear only exists on Earth. He just visits the moon.
She really cared about this planet.
So what's your favorite thing?
And I said...
Mars. Mars has nothing but rocks and dust, Kathy.
No, it doesn't. It also has...
What?
Aliens.
What? Oh, Kathy, we're going to be here a while. Take a seat and let me talk to you about aliens.
You have to see the sunset. Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
If there was ever a moment to pause in time.
Totally. Kathy? Honey, are you okay?
Ah, God.
No.
How come?
Because I
The team is bigger than just you. I understand why you want to do it yourself. I do. I just sometimes wish that I get it. I do.
Mum was so strong. But every time Dad left, it broke her heart.
I'm sorry. But everything is right in this. It has to be right.
I know. I'm so proud of you.
Is Dad leaving again?
Yes. For a while this time. Some new important project, like the MPT dish.
Oh,
Hey, he'll be back. He always comes back. Don't worry. You're taking your moon bear snorkeling.
I don't want to go snorkeling, Claire. I want.
Come on! It's Loco! Jump in!
Wait! Don't. Keep leaving. this. I want to leave.
I really have to get going.
Then by all means, go.
Okay. Oops. Here we go. Take this, get notarized, give it to the judge, and you'll be all set.
Fine.
It's only temporary damage.
Sure.
I'll be back. I don't want to go.
Then don't.
But I have to. The project is almost finished, right? And then after that, we'll never be apart again, I promise. I really am trying to do what's best for both of you.
I'll be away all the time. By leaving us on our own.
You're not a child anymore.
You're not a dad anymore. Something like I'm not.
Temporarily. I have to. I'll be back for both of you. You just have to trust me. It's for your future.
You have to make your flight if you want the extended off on time.
I'll see you soon in bed. All right?
Will you please stay? I don't want to lose you.
Don't worry. I won't ever leave you. I promise.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, thank God. I can hear you.
Cat, good to hear your voice again.
Kathy. Claire.
She didn't.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say.
Please, let's not. I don't.
Let's just get to those arcs and continue the mission. Please.
We just made it to the big monolith. Where are you?
I managed to salvage her over. I'm heading to the arc now.
Good. See you soon. And Kat, if you need to talk, I'm here.
No, I'll see you soon.
There's a working elevator underneath that will bring you right to us. We're waiting for you to go further. Stay safe.
Yeah.
The facility I passed through also still had oxygen. How is that possible?
No idea.
Where's Sarah?
She's, resting. A bit further down. There's a door that you need to hook up to a stream point to go further. I know you might not want to hear it now, but Claire was one of the greatest people I've ever met. I know how much she meant to Sarah, and I can't even... I'm so sorry.
Let's just... keep going. Hey,
We need to get this door.
you okay?
We had a really rough landing. Flared up a road injury.
I'm fine.
You're not.
I said I'm fine.
We need to find some meds. Can you get the RP hooked up?
On it. Splitter. I can split one MPT into two and reduce the power output with this. Should come in handy.
Ugh.
seen anything like this.
I can't say that I have.
It's incredible.
It is.
What? What is that?
Well, whatever it is, it's important enough that they simply refer to it as the engine. Well, it's like situated in the middle of the bridge, too.
It looks active.
You think there's people up there?
Only one way to find out.
Elevator's out. Ryan, are there any stream points on that map we can use to hook it up to the emergency power?
Yes.
That's good news.
Well, I've got some bad news, too. The only point seems to be on the top floor. There's a staircase going all the way over there. But Sarah, are you able to... I guess that's a yes. Okay, you need to take it easy.
No, I need to...
Look at me. Look. The map said there's a medical wing on the way up. We're gonna find you some painkillers, and then we're gonna get that elevator back up and running. All right? Kat, how's this floor looking?
Abandoned.
I don't think we should separate. It's not a good idea.
We don't have a choice. All right. I'll be back as fast as I can. Okay? Mzadi?
Okay.
That's not a reassuring sign.
No.
You okay with splitting up? Might be quicker that way. Hopefully.
Yeah, sure.
So, we're looking for pregabalin, gabapentin, or amitriptyline. Or anything with the words anticonvulsant or narcotic.
You're gonna have to just repeat that list if I find something.
I know Sarah was quiet about what happened, but Claire was one of her closest friends. I want you to know that.
It's fine, Ryan. She always kept me at arm's length.
There's something she finds difficult about. She's been having nightmares. Coming here is bringing back some stuff she's had to work through for a long time, and can I be honest with you?
Sure.
She's afraid of finding your father here.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Why did she come on this mission? She could have just stayed back on Earth, right?
Sarah cares. A lot. Too much, even. Stopping that woman from doing her duty to save this world is nearly impossible.
Right. Noted.
You'll all be escorted back to your chambers. Report to your superiors for the graveyard shift. I'd heard you got an Isaac to help you out on this little project. A project I made very clear wasn't going to happen.
People need help, William.
People need to work. If they spend nights here and off the work rosters, it only halts the progress even more. Besides, we need to keep this wing open for pregnancies.
Ah yes, all the pregnant women in the colony. Best leave some beds open to them, rather than real people who need real rehabilitation.
But I didn't walk in on rehabilitation, did I? What did I walk in on, Rosa? Opposition?
This place is collapsing, William. The dust storms are wearing down our walls and roofs. The mutations in Odom speak for themselves. We are cooped up inside on a planet we shouldn't be on. There is no way this will work. We have to return to Earth.
These hardships are the cost of evolution and progress. We will push through.
After everything that's happened over the past few years, do you seriously think that we're better off here than we were on Earth?
Security will be down to put everything back the way it should be in an hour.
Thanks for the backup.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand you, Isaac. You hear the same voices in the hallways. We've put years into this place and it's not working. Not enough space, not enough food, not enough progress. Why are you staying quiet?
It's just not that simple.
People left their families to come here. You left your family to come here. Isn't it time you saw them again? Isaac, wait. I'm sorry. That...
I'll get that down. Should jot that down. Ryan, I found an entire section MacArthur transformed into a makeshift prison.
Jesus.
Violence, destruction, stealing. They're all here together. Why would they do this to each other? Doesn't make any sense.
Maybe some people didn't feel that way anymore.
Maybe. Noted. There's a pharmacy here.
Great. I'll circle around and try to find it.
Door's locked. But I can hook it up to the stream point to get us in.
Great. Do it.
What's up? A vent. Maybe you can fit through that. That's no ordinary ASC button, is it, Ayla? How are we supposed to...
That's pretty handy, Ayla. Got any other tricks up your sleeve?
I think I see some medication here. Maybe it has some of that Praga-Benton stuff?
Huh. Good job. Perfect. This will work. Huh. And these are antidepressants. And a lot of them. Strange. Wasn't living on Mars the dream for these folks? Alright, I think that might be everything we can find here. I'm gonna bring these up to Sarah, and then we can figure out a way up.
I might have an idea.
You wanna climb that?
Well, it might be the only way if everything else is blocked.
You can't go up alone.
It's fine, I've climbed worse. Look, I'm the only one that can work the stream point, and you need to go and help Sarah.
It's too dangerous.
I'll be fine.
Just be careful.
I will. Something's missing. Maybe I can use the splitter that got me in here. The wall. I'll get that down.
There you are. Me and about 3 others have been looking for you. Aren't you a bit too big for that chair?
These chairs have gone unused for all these years, Isaac. Why is that?
A lot of people are fearful of what might happen if they conceive here. We still don't know what complications could arise.
Humanity evolves because we adapt, not because we stay inert in the face of adversity. If we never try, we'll never know. That's the price we pay.
Do you have a family? On Earth?
Yes. What do you need, Isaac?
The dust storm hit Herschel hard. Until the damage is repaired, we won't have any alloys to continue the housing project.
What about Odom?
We're drafting up a ration plan to see us through the next few months, but it leaked, and people are refusing to work.
I'll talk to Rosa. This homewood nonsense has gone on long enough.
Why didn't you let her have the psychiatric ward? She could help people.
She didn't try to help people. She tried to find weaknesses in the fence. But I'll handle Rosa.
Oh, shit. Oh, he did. God damn it, she's dead again. Dead again. So, how? have to make that jump. It's the inside of her face again. Oh, she made the jump! Amazing. And then boom. Oh, dead. God damn it. Oh, that's a long fall. Huh. And long fall down. Ah, yes. Excellent work. Now, I'm going to shoot one of these fucking ridiculously powerful beams. Another one of these receivers. In order to make stuff happen. I'm also going to eat a peach.
I'm gonna get some water.
How come she had to do all that shit? Look it up. I don't understand.
You alright?
The same type of cryobeds that I was in on the moon.
Oh.
I really tried to fix the MPT with the last bit of helium-3 there was left.
Same bit of human history that your dad needed to jumpstart the Ark and bring you here. He caused a 5-year blackout. One man, one choice. It affected everyone.
He never intended to cause a blackout.
Having good intentions isn't hard, Kathy. Plenty of well-intentioned people have single-handedly caused so much destruction. The hard part is knowing the difference between what's right and what's wrong. Claire always knew. Just hope you do too.
Ooh, dead sister for emotional leverage.
You know what this place could really do with? More barricades.
This almost feels...
Alien? Looks like one hell of a science fiction machine, all right. I think we can safely assume who created this.
All right, let's split up. I'll see if I can crack the main terminal. Ryan, check if we can use that elevator to bypass the stairway.
Got it.
What do you want me to do?
Maybe you can figure out what this thing actually does? Sure as hell is a minute flight.
Alright, we'll do this. First and foremost. We'll do this. Nope. Nope. Oh.
Sarah, can we talk about what you said downstairs? I think that...
Now's not a good time. I need to focus.
Wow.
Okay.
Shut down. She is not interested in speaking. What else you got for me? What else you got for me?
Sarah, I think this is the MPT alignment unit for the Ark. We can use it to reconnect with Ark Lagos when we're ready for it.
Good.
Ayla, You got a readout on the irradiance from these mirrors. If this is what I think it is, 600 watts from a setting sun. That's impressive. Does anyone know why this water looks so...
Pretty? If I recall from my days of college, I think that's plankton.
Plankton?
Yeah, we used to have beaches that would light up the same way at night.
Sure.
No, really. We saw it on one of our first trips together. Didn't we, honey?
Hmm?
She was a bit more enthusiastic about it back then.
Ah, what a B word. No.
There's no way this elevator works.
What makes you so confident?
Really? With our track record?
You see about that?
The stream receiver is destroyed.
Huh.
Until we reconnect our valves, it's not going anywhere.
Then I'm afraid the Panopticon will have to wait. Panopticon. Hey, honey?
Jeremy Bentham.
Panopticon, isn't that a term for something like a central overlook tower? Never mind.
Those unaware, the Panopticon was a proposed architectural structure. It was a design for a prison in which all of the prisoners were housed in a circular or semicircular jail with a single spire in the middle of the prison yard, in which a single guard, or guards themselves, stood watching for the entirety of the prison. A psychological concept that was made use of by doctor? I don't even know if he's a doctor. By Jeremy Bentham. Was that the prisoners who were aware of the presence of the guard, but unaware of who it is that he would be monitoring at any given point in time, would, because of their constant awareness of his presence, behave slightly better. The concept was used by Michel Foucault, who's a French political philosopher, historian really, whose work became the basis for any number of political philosophies.
This looks like a water pump system.
Yeah, you might be right. Is that what's pumping through that big globe in the middle? Just regular old water?
It's a closed pipeline that keeps recycling over and over.
I'm in. Come check it out.
The concept was made use of by Michel Foucault, a French historian who wrote what became a major field in the political sciences.
If I understand their OS, I should get some analytical data if I press this.
Are you guys reading what I'm reading?
This machine completely converts atmospheric input into the chemical compound of Earth.
Conversion efficiency is close to lossless.
This might be our motherlode. I mean, this technology could restore Earth's atmosphere. We could heal our planet.
Well, Earth could definitely use a couple of these oversized bad boys.
An increased oxygen signature. Could that mean?
People.
Well, then we should go and check it out right away.
We need to finish our assessment because...
But we're losing precious time.
For what?
To find out what happened. Shouldn't one of us scout ahead?
If there are colonists still alive, we have no idea how they'll react to our presence. We need to be prepared.
Agreed. Things haven't exactly looked peachy so far.
If I could just take the rover, get to the facility, we can use that
Kathy!
information.
We're going over there tomorrow as a team, prepared. It's an order.
Damn.
Sarah's right, Cap.
She said, fuck you.
We need to get
Cat.
some rest after everything. There's a room in the medical wing with some beds. I'll take first watch. You two get some sleep.
I know when she walked away looking all sassy too. That was a hard cut.
Sarah. Wake up. Why the hell don't we bring those things with us?
What?
You know what I'm talking about. The case. That's it.
Okay, so Michel Foucault made use of the concept in his Discipline and Punishment
Gotta get in there somehow.
to, as a bit of a metaphor for the degree of surveillance and the systems of surveillance that were propped up, developed to monitor the behavior originally of prisoners, but then eventually the entirety of the population, as a means by which to control the population's behavior through monitoring and corrections.
You're not listening to me.
I'm not sure I want to.
We had to have some sort of strategy.
Well, it would be nice to know in advance that this was gonna be it.
Only me and Maria knew. We didn't want to alarm anyone.
Oh, so when would I find out? As soon as you want me to shoot someone's face off?
No, I was gonna tell you. I had to make sure that Kathy wouldn't find out. Sorry, please.
No. This is not an Imzadi moment.
What do you think is gonna happen if we find any of the Lunar Council alive? You think they're just gonna come along peacefully?
But that's why Maria wanted Kathy here to begin with, isn't it? To at least get Isaac to come peacefully.
Yeah. Plan A. This is Plan B. I know it's a drastic Plan B, and I'm sorry that I didn't tell you. Please don't tell Kathy.
You should get some rest.
Oh no, she's coming out. We have to head back in there. Quick.
Hannah, quick, they're coming. sorry, Sarah, but you're hurt and Ryan's the only one that can help. I just thought it best to...
You disobeyed my orders. We're on a mission. Kathy, that's not how this works. You're putting yourself and the mission at risk. I'm your commander now. Do you understand? Do you understand, Kathy?
Yes, I copy.
She understands.
You can take the only functional rover, so if anything happens, you'll be on your own.
You're right.
If you see any signs of life, go right back. Okay?
I will.
Be safe and stay in touch.
So to continue, for those of you with an interest in the tech sector, new media studies. What the fuck is the term I'm looking for? Whatever the fuck they call it in the academy. Discipline and punish, specifically that concept and model that is made use of by Michel Foucault. Watching the game. Hold on a second. For those of you who are interested in that field and looking to get into that field of study, for all of the tourists and kids that I met while I was over here who were just going to be getting into university, or those of you who are going to be progressing in university, and find that concept particularly interesting, and are also avid users of social media. It is a particularly useful beginning framework, initiation framework to initiate. I don't know how to best put that. I mean, it's an older one, so there are better ones now, but it's not a particularly irrelevant one to consider the forms of big data management and surveillance that are used, monitoring this, that, and the other of your social media uses. Facebook got into trouble in the States not long ago, or long ago, it's a while back, for running experiments on their users. Adding, subtracting friends. They didn't release too many details. Clearly, there were things that were happening that were apparently not supposed to have been done, according to Congress. And having done so, they violated various rights and liberties of their users, and various privacies of their users to conduct a social experiment, like a large-scale social experiment. There is also the matter of the privatization of this very specific surveillance regime, of a surveillance regime, if you would like to call the data mining and data monitoring thing surveillance regime. That turns what at one point was something done to manage prisoners, then manage the population by the government, which took a immensely offensive an immensely offensive form to a lot of Americans, with the Patriot Act in the aftermath of 9/11, and brought it into the world of the private sector at which point all that information, the information that would have been collected from you through any of the myriad uses of your technologies for national security purposes, which again was like entirely offensive to a vast majority, I should say a vast majority, to a loud group of Americans, became not only reasonably okay, but also increasingly lucrative to those very same, maybe not the very same, but to Americans on the whole. It became far more acceptable in terms of it being something the ordinary rank and file American simply just accepts. I'm playing a video game right now called Deliver Mars, as you can see. On Steam, which is Valve's gaming platform, which was purchased on Epic. It's called Epic? I think it's called Epic. On Epic's platform. Each of these companies culls data about, that they collect about gaming usage, how your games, like what games you play, what games you look up, what games you play more, what games you play less, what games you seem not at all interested in. All this stuff is, allegedly put into place so that they can cater to your desires and your needs. But it is in no way, in terms of the methods and the information collected, to a certain extent, particularly different than the types of data collection that used to be done for national security purposes. They have a very different purpose in mind, because they just want to serve you. Whereas the national governments who made use of the Patriot Act and surveillance methods are only there to serve the needs of the people in a democracy. I am not particularly interested in the field on the whole. There are some scholars that you can look into if you are interested in that. There's a woman over at San Jose State, California. San Jose State? California, what do they call it? California State University, San Jose. We call it San Jose State back home. Who wrote a book about the surveillance state. There are any number of books written about the idea of a state becoming little more than a watchdog or a monitor through which people can redistribute this information, this, that, and the other. Anyway, all that shit exists. Again, I'd highly suggest you look it up. All of these things. Especially you, and you know who I'm talking about with your little noses. But also, it made me laugh just now because I was thinking about, or in my head, because I was thinking about the visual construction of the Panopticon. A very phallic symbol that's just standing erect in the yard, monitoring everybody. Someone up there monitoring everybody. And everyone knows that that phallic symbol is there. But no one knows which the guard is observing in order to maintain the current structure of the phallic symbol. I'm glad I got that out. Anyway, back to Deliver Mars.
Sarah, I just arrived.
Oh. There's a gondola.
I don't really see any signs of life out here. The facility seems abandoned and pretty beaten up. quarry I told you about. I'm gonna go take a closer look.
If you find anyone, you don't engage them on your own. Come straight back, understood?
No such thing.
Let's find a way down.
Or why can I not move?
That does not look trustworthy. I'd better find a way down to make it across the ice.
Get it? Because the watchtower's a boner, guys.
I'm gonna have to jump across, Sailor.
Well, she's dead.
I'm gonna have to jump across, Sailor. That was close.
That was indeed close. Now, Sarah mellowed out like a lot from that first conversation after leaving to the next one. She might be almost like tranquilizers. Quaaludes or something. So, back to this whole media thing. Is particularly interesting to me. Not in any like academic sense, but this whole like TikTok thing being owned by a company based out of China has brought it right back into the realm of national security, which is like super interesting. Because TikTok is just one of those like fucking places where people go and do shit like this, where they talk about dumb shit that no one cares about, or sometimes people care about it. I don't know. I don't partake in TikTok all that much, but I mean, at the end of the day, it sort of is what it is. You have a bunch of people providing information.
The facility is surrounded by ice. Making my way across it now.
Water processing facility.
Maybe. How's it going over there?
We found something incredible. The missing arc. It's called Arc Vita.
Vita? That sounds familiar.
That's not even the incredible bit. Apparently, Vita has a databank of millions of Earth's flora and fauna species. Many of them extinct. And it can recreate them. It's a bioprinter.
Bioprinter?
It has all the ingredients to create life.
Wow.
All those animals we've lost, vegetation we haven't seen for decades, we could bring it all back.
But we can't find it.
Its location isn't on any records. It just vanished. So if you find any information on its whereabouts, let us know.
Copy that.
So you have a bunch of people providing information, their thoughts, their ideas, the things that they value in terms of what they believe should be worth or not worth their attention. Ideas about who are the appropriate messengers for any given set of ideas. God damn, where the what products are valuable, why these products are valuable, why they should be investing in people. I mean, it's sort of a platform for creating live commercials in one sense. Oh, it's singing happy birthday. Offers a chance for live commercials and the commercial elements of it and all that. The exploitable commercial elements of having a bunch of people go onto a thing and use some concept of democratic valorization to let marketers and advertisers know what they think is worth things, while at the same time, for anyone monitoring it for political purposes, it also provides a massive amount of information in the aggregate about what various communities, various cultures feel about any given number of things. I don't, again, these are not my academic fields. Apparently there's a guy up in the Netherlands by the name of Niels van Doorn, who happens to have Niels van Doorn, who has an interest in the field and has done a lot of work on it, from perspective of neoliberal capitalism in the political subject, in the what they call it, capitalist or neoliberal capitalist political subject. I read one of his works on the reading streams during the Elite Dangerous reading series, and there are any number of other academics that you can look towards and collect information about. And then there's China, who, according to the folks in the States, is in possession of a massive amount of information that can be made use of for intelligence purposes and espionage purposes in terms of how to understand the worldviews and practices of Americans and make use of them to exploit and take advantage of American desires, wishes, needs, intellectual and ethical weaknesses, this, that, and the other. Just a thing to think about when you're up there on TikTok, or on YouTube, as I am, or on Twitch. What's this new one? Kick, based out of Australia. Kick, I think it's called. Something about Dr. What's his face, possibly going over there after getting in deep duty. Again, just idle information. Stuff that might be useful to you kids as you get yourselves back home into your safe spaces, and some nice keyboard. I don't know safe spaces, and you start to consider what you're going to be doing at university and for the rest
Whatever
of your
Odin's
lives.
function was, this data suggests its output was declining drastically. And that highlighted structure, I think that's where we're headed. So this is where they manufactured the antidepressants themselves.
Oh, God,
Mass
I'm sweating.
distributed, right along with the food.
Right, I'm actually going to stop the game right now. I'm starting to get a little wonky in the head. Or wobbly in the brain box. So I'm going to end the gaming section of the stream. It's been about, it's been a couple hours. It's a lot longer than I've ended. I'm going to end the game stream now, and then I'm going to go into some musical house cleaning. Give me just a second while I get that set up. I'll be right back. So that track was a track called. Ooh, hold on a second. Here's to be something going on with the video. So yeah, that track was a track called Wayne Brady. It was another of my Camila one-a-day tracks. I decided to take that one and pull it into the Sorrento session, so that will eventually be a full track. For the Sorrento sessions, which is that project. So as it stands, I will be now doing a little bit of house cleaning. So I don't generally do this because it's so much of a fucking time killer and doesn't provide any like real joy in terms of music production or performance or even just practice. So I would suggest that you, like any other person with accumulated knowledge and wisdom, you would do as I say as opposed to what I do, because it's a particularly useful skill and thing to do. So I'm going to drop the OBS scene now. Drop. And I've already pulled up a track called P4, which is going to be the third Camila one-a-day that I'm going to try to put together today or over the next couple of days so that I can get myself caught up. Maybe I'll do 2 today and then 2 tomorrow, and then 2 the next day after that. Now there's a standard Reason Rack plug. I don't know what I have on this. Oh no, that's just fucking drums. Drums and a snare. Now this is the drum and snare from yesterday. If you remember yesterday's stream, I built a kick drum, which I can't hear because I have yet to change my headphones. Just a moment. Make sure that this thing is up. Remember yesterday's stream, I built a kick drum. Totally. That's already going through. Now again, what I'm using to get Ableton directly into this OBS is a plugin that is developed for the DAW Reaper. This one happens to be Reaper Stream Standalone. I provided the link to the instructions in a previous post that were provided by on a website. I think it's called Drozen or Drozel.com. By one of their users by the name of Ludo. So Ludo, thank you for explaining that to everybody in the world. It's incredibly useful. So again, if you remember from yesterday's stream, I decided to put together some kick drums. I didn't think it was going to take as long as it did, but I took my time to explain it all, and it took a little longer, so I only made a kick drum as a snare. At the end of yesterday's stream, I pointed out that in combination with one another, the snare drum lost a lot of its qualities. So I listened to it, thought it through, and decided that there would be a very specific purpose for that type of snare or that particular sound, which would be not one that would be conflicting with a 4-on-the-floor drum beat. So I threw it back into this one. Just mute all the other tracks and then unsolo this. So the snare on its own, again, it's a pretty solid snare sound. It's a little poppy, but it's got enough meat, and I like the meat in it. So with this kick drum, you can still hear the meat. So that's going to be a thing that you guys are going to want to do, I suppose, at some point if you guys actually think you want to do this. Is make sure that when you get a sound that you like, you can fit into the mix. Any basic engineer will tell you the exact same thing. And then there's the hi-hats, which are just a random loop that I pulled out. And then through a little bit of EQ, I think, and then a beat repeater. I just thought to slap it into the limiter. Doesn't particularly sound all that much better. It's a little more tinny. Meh, meh, meh. So, and then I took the bass, or rather the patch, from one of my hip hop beats, and then threw that in there. Now, the reason I did so was to highlight the importance of this very specific exercise, which is getting the house cleaned up so that you can actually make use of some of the things, even if you don't like them in a specific project. You can have them in a position to make use of at a later point for a different project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a bunch of my old projects and I'm going to fish through any of these things that I've been working on. And I'm going to pull out some specific sounds, pull out some tracks, put groupings together, this, that, and the other, and then see if I can make use of them at a later point. So closing this now, although I have to close the whole of Ableton, I could have just opened a new project. Okay. Ableton. So, fucking Elite Dangerous. They're all gone, guys. I think I mentioned before that shortly after I got here, my computer started going haywire, and I tried to salvage everything to pull them off of a hard drive that was no longer working. And amidst that, it went blue screen, and I lost all of the Elite Dangerous working files, which was a monster of a fucking loss. They're sitting on a hard drive that I have now, encrypted and just locked in there. Fortunately, I was capable of getting my computer repaired. I got a little more memory put on it by what the fuck? By what's up, Camilla? Tight. By Luciano over at Techno Store over here in Naples. So I was lucky enough to get that done and get my computer back up and running, which is why I'm playing games again, which is why I'm making music. I don't have any suggestions when it comes to solutions for these types of things, because I have lost now 4 hard drives and all of the data contained therein over the course of the past 15 years. And I'm haunted by those losses every single day. Okay, so the hip hop beats were done up to the 18th, I believe it was. Dicenove. Yeah, so I got 18 of them done before my computer died. And then I picked up for 19. I stopped at 24. So I'm going to go in. I'm just going to pop these things all open. And I'm going to figure out the things that I like and things that I don't like, and I'm going to pull out those files. I'm going to create this, that, and the other. I'm going to, what's room looking for? I remember what I'm looking for. Create groupings, this, that, and the other, the things that I would need to do to make it so that I can pull these things right out and then make use of them for other reasons. What's going on here? This is 19. All right. Oh, I like the drum beat on this one. This one's ridiculous. There's just like no reason for this one. This one cracks me up. All right. I didn't throw this one into a limiter. Let's see what this sounds like when I throw it into a limiter. I'll get back to what I was doing. Just give me a second. I want to hear this. So these are all being given away for free. I use samples on these from like random old samples that I've had sitting around. That's not what I'm looking for. So I can't commercialize them. So again, feel free to download them and use them on your mixtapes. As they stand, they can't be commercialized due to the nature of their being making use of commercialized samples. Okay, so the drums I can do without. Drums are just drums. It's just a standard beat. That I'm going to hold on to. This is a sample I can't touch. What's going on here? Yeah, I can't use these either. That's the one from the Blade Runner. So I can't use either of these. So this can go. What's going on here? What is happening with this thing? I can't hear that. That's not the one. All right. So this one has a very specific set of things going on here. Got a CV envelope follower on a drum beat. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to play what the drum beat sounds like. Where's that? This is just a random drum beat that I made use of. If you'd like to know how to make use of the envelope follower, there are other videos on YouTube and anywhere else that you can find how to make use of it. I don't feel like explaining that. Is what it is, it's just a thing. So I have it for this though, which is something I also like. So I've got this on Reactor. I'm probably going to have to save this Reactor file to begin with, but for anything else, I'll group this and I'll rename this. I don't know how to pronounce that. Perfect Lannis. It's Italian. So this goes into the save file. Instrument rack and bass. I haven't even arranged my fucking instrument rack, but that should be fine. Wait, no. I have to rename that again. God damn it. What was that, a lead? That's probably a lead. Leads. Okay, so I will rename it in here as well so I don't get confused. But I will also probably have to go into Reactor and save this specific. Fuck, it does do that. God damn it, I forgot about that. I may not be able to save this because of the way I pulled this up. There's only one way to find out, which is to close this and pull up this file again and see if this will work. It may or may not. I'm going to move this track down to here. It's not going to sound the same, but it should have sound. All right, cool. All right, that's good. I will have to put into a new folder. Leads. Put that in there. And then I've got to get this little fucker into place as well. What's going on here? I don't know exactly what this one is. I've been trying to figure out why I can open up some and not others. I've only got Ableton Standard, so I assume that is why. But I will be dealing with it as I have a need to. Where's my shit? This is a base. Rename this. I don't spell that. I didn't spell that correctly, did I? I did not spell that correctly. Base. I will save that. Bam. I'll put that into the base folder, into which the Boom and Monarch are currently seated. Why will not let me move this? Has this not been saved? Save it. Correct. That's all right. I'll move this into the base. Probably be this one eventually. That is 2. I think I did a bunch of stuff to the drums as well, but I don't really have a need to. It's just is what it is, as far as I'm concerned. Also, it's not playing right now for some reason. It's going where? Oh, it's 4. Okay, so that's done. So I don't actually have a need to save this, or I do, or I don't. But I will save it. I'll save as into the same folder. Post call, and then I will open up a new one. Open live set. I will go to Venti Complimenti, which is another of the hip hop beats. I don't recall what's on this one either, so let's find out. Over. This is another one that's got a CV and a bunch of edits to the drums. Oh, I like this one. Since Horde. Drums can go. All right, let's put some fucking. Let's put some drums in just for fun. Let's see, kick drums. Some Horde. And a snare. Maybe a Horde snare. That's like kind of hard. That is not the correct pacing for that. I had to stop everything because it was all wrong. How is that? Let's see. Oh, what the fuck? This might equally be incorrect. There's only one way to find out. The snare's a little weak though. More limits. Yeah. That's super weak. Anyway, all right, so I'm going back into the analog. And I'm going to try to figure out how to make this thing work. Okay. Because I've got a bunch of shit going on in here that's going to require me to make sure that this thing is receiving the signal. Oh, fuck, I can't do that. God damn it. What happens if I... I mean, it's a decent synth on its own. Really loses a lot of it, though, without. Well, no, it really doesn't, to be perfectly honest. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to go into here. I'm going to slam this into a limiter again before throwing it in. We hear what it sounds like there. I'll keep switching back and forth. Meh. Anyway, I'm going to group this together. Venti complementi. What is that, a pad? That's like a low pad. That's what I'll call it. Call it a low pad. I'll save that. It needs to be low pad file. This one can go. Don't know what Dark Swarm is, and I don't know what Banjo Rack is, and I will find out shortly. So that takes care of that one. Got the second analog, which is a bunch of shit going on in here. Group that. Anti-complementi. Did I spell that right? I don't think I spelled that right. I did spell that right. Keys. Save this. What the hell happened to my low pad? That is correct. Pad. That's correct as well. Keys. I'm going to put those into a new instrument rack folder. Duh. Keys and pads. There's also a new folder here that has nothing in it. Don't know what Dark Swarm is, so I'm going to load that up just to hear what's going on in there. Let's see. This down. And the Dark Swarm is, I don't know what that is. That might be. It might just be a variation on an Ableton preset. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not going to touch that. Okay, that's done. And now there is the pads here, which are reactor patch. And a number of things occurring. Going to group together. And then call anti-complementi. Higher pads. I'm just going to call them pads this time around. And save that. Enter. They're called. That is that. As close to the end. Okay, so I'm going to save this as anti-complementi post call. Anti-complementing pads not loading up. Keys and pads. Don't know what that is. Why that's still there. It'll probably be there when I close this. Okay, so I'm going to close this one. Open live set. Right on to the next one. Is it Ventuno? This one's just called Ventuno. I forgot what the fucking. What's the completed one called? What did I call this one? Oh, that's right. Ventuno cannoli. Oh, that's good stuff. Alright. Where is it? Save that. Straight 21 cannoli suit. What do they call it? Not suit. Salute. Alright, so what's happening with this one? There's going to be a bunch of stuff on this one. I think. It's another one. Oh, this one took fucking forever, man. I'm such a shit keyboard player. It took me so fucking long to get this bass line down. It was worth it to a certain extent. At the same time, it absolutely wasn't. Not a difficult bass line. Something I probably could have played on a bass or a guitar or on my saxophone. But fuck you, keyboards. So what's going on here? I think this drum beat is. That's out. I think the reason rack is like a fairly simple patch. It's another sample from a David Axelrod album. So not saving that. Out. Let's see. Sample from Michael Jackson's The Wiz. Out. Snare drum. Out. It's a massive patch, and not a particularly interesting one. Yeah, I thought as much. So that I can do without, but I do like these percussion pads. This is on collision, so I will group this so I can use this on any other. I'm going to pull up a different. I'm going to pull up a different MIDI file and see if I can get something that sounds interesting from within a different set of. Don't have clips, do I? I do not. Sounds. Okay, so you'll notice that I've got a bunch of different sample packs. So again, I think I mentioned that sometimes you're not going to want to put in the time to create your own drums, this, that, and the other. There are a lot of people whose job it is to simply record stuff and then put stuff out for sale. From what I've been told, it can tend to be more profitable than the actual artwork itself. So there is, at least on my end, there is no shame in feeling like you just don't want to have to put the time into doing that type of shit. And there's nothing wrong with you making use of construction packs, samples, this, that, and the other, to speed up your process, especially if you're doing things like Ableton Live Performance, or just putting together like something for a video game and this, that, and the other. Let's see what this is. Cinematic, no. Well, that's not going to work. It's got to be a long. Let's see. All drums. These are all drums. All drums. Harmonic MIDI. So what's going on here? Yeah, there you go. All right, so I will sometimes use some of these to to get the juices flowing. The 3PL3AM kit, actually, there is a section from one of the Sorrento sessions where I took a MIDI file just to get my juices flowing and completely changed the thing. But it got me working to a point where I could actually get the drum beat together and just very simply take music and then say, I don't like any of the notes. I'm going to change all of the notes. But having essentially someone else's music inspire me to do what I'm doing. So again, I highly encourage you to do that if that's something you look into. There are plenty of places where you can pick up free samples, free MIDI files, this, that, and the other. You can also pay a shit ton of money if you'd like to do that as well. Humble and Fanatical will often have various packs up for sale and various bundles where you can pick stuff up at a reasonable discount, and then from there start your own fucking music label. These are percussion. They're kind of like marimbas, but they're not. Kind of like vibes, but they're not. What is it? Cannoli. Vibes. I'm just gonna call them vibes. And save it twice because for some reason I have to save these things twice before they go in. Overwrite nothing. And then I'm going to keys, pads. Yeah, I'll put in keys, pads. Okay, so that is the sole survivor of this track. Tuno Cannoli. What do they call it? Post call. That's good to go. Our new live set. Cannoli. What's 22 22 scusi, 22 excuses. Clues. Come on. There we go. I didn't like this one at all. I did like some of the sounds though, I guess. What's going on here? This one might not be worth putting together. Tambourines, claps, out, drums out. I like this one. This one could do with a bit of a slamming. Where's my shit? That's hella boomier than it needs to be. Slightly better. Maybe I just fucking. Doesn't matter. That's interesting enough patch to use as a group. I guess that's my calculator. So again, just going to rename the instrument rack after setting it up in a group. Excuse me. Base. Goes to the base. Save. Double save. Overwrite. Move it into the base. I mean, all things considered, it might actually be a good thing that it's not working correctly, because I have a tendency to forget to save things before they get lost. So that can close now. Always save your work. That's what they say. I don't know what Specchi means anymore. I looked it up and forgot. So I didn't save that one either. But I don't really like that one, so it doesn't matter. And then this one here. I don't really like this one either, to be perfectly honest. This one over here. Horns, Eddie Harris, that can go. Oh, God. There is a drum kit in here. It's a drift patch. Saturator. Let's see. Slamming the limiter might actually get something. Throw this equalizer here. That is gigantically and unnecessary. Anyway, so I'm gonna group this next one. Let's see. What does Specchi mean? I'm gonna look that up now because I don't know what that means. Because I'm not an Italian, as you can see by my face, which you should be able to tell if you've ever seen an Italian person before, ethnically at least. Specchi. What does that mean? Mirrors. 23 mirrors. Bruce Lee's Hall of 23. Alright, so I'm going to go in here again. Rename 23 Specchi base. Then save, double save. Overwrite nothing. Let's see. What else is in here that I might have wanted to see? There's nothing else in here that I would have wanted to save. So open up the next one, and 24, 24 Vici, 24 howitzers. That's right. I don't know if I like this one. I think I might have liked this one. Oh yeah, this is the one with the Futurama quote. Again, can't commercialize this because it's got a sample from Futurama, which is no longer alive. What happened to that sample? Where'd this one go? I don't know where this one went. Where did this one go? I'm not going to worry about that. All right. I do like this. The shaper can chill. This one's an asshole sound too. So I'm going to save this because I like this sound. This is 24 Vici. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I assume that's how to pronounce it. Quattro Vici. Paste. Save. Save. Double save. Double save. Into the bases. Don't know what else. This one's like super simple. I haven't put anything in this. Okay, so no drums. And then this guy here, which is fucking a clusterfuck of shit. These are chimes, I guess. I mean, they're kind of like percussion again. I don't know. They are what they are. So I'm going to do 24 oblici, quattro oblici. Well, they're kind of like percussion, right? They sound like pan drums or kettle drums. That's what I might call them. No, that shouldn't be called that. Vibes. I'll call them vibes again. So that. I really like that bass sound. Okay, this is a basic patch. Something going on there. Oh, right. I kind of like that a lot, actually. So I'm going to juice this sound up a little bit. Let's see. First things first, let's put some duration on this thing. So what I'm going to do do that. Forget how to do this. I would like to double that with an octave lower. See if I can do that without having to change this, which I cannot do. Okay, so first things first. Finish off this sound. Turn out the EQ. Throw it into a limiter. So I'm going to group that. That is Venti Quattro Vici. Pads. I wonder. Pads and leads. Now this is an effects channel, which I do want to keep. Or an effects group that I want to keep. Which I can use on anything. With that. Distortion, delay. Distortion and delay. 21 howitzers on a distortion and delay. So I'll go save it to the audio, save it again. I'm going to make use of this in another one. See how the sounds on, say the keys. Don't think there's anything else in here. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And there's nothing left. I'm going to go to the last one, which is number 25, because they started on 2 intentionally. Vintage sopro. I don't know if I can pronounce it. I don't know what that means. Let's see what that means. I'm going to look that up again. Sopra. The. What the fuck? What the fuck? Vino. Ah, that's right. 25 survive. That was a dark one. Title is a dark title. Not gonna bother saving these as calls because not much in there. What's going on here? I don't like any of this one. The effects chain might be nice. Such a bass sound. With the utility driving it down. Adding percussion in here. A little bit of alteration to the percussion sound. Another alteration. EQ. Resonators. And then delay. I guess not okay. I'll run right now. Just a second. It's the same patch. Bounced out. That's this one. I'm going to close this one, new one. Sessions, Legion sessions. That might be good. Electrons. Alright, so start from the top. 7 project. Nope. There's nothing in here. Base. Just an altered. Yeah, fuck it. Milo 7. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keys. Milo 7 keys. Save. Milo 7 keys. Save. Pads. What else have I got? Comes out. This is just a keyboard. Out. What am I listening to? This is out. Keys are out. This is drums. It's a vehicle pad. That is just an Ableton patch. And close. 7. And then let's see. Wayne Brady. Leave that. Table settings. Don't know if there's anything here either. I think a lot of this stuff was like mostly catered to practicing. I don't think. This stuff was mostly catered towards practicing some practicing melodic and harmonic progression. So there's not much to work with here in terms of the sounds. That's what she said. This one, I think this one's far more active in terms of like sounds, because this one was like intentionally a soundscape. It's got a bunch of weird shit going on arounds. I'm going to save this one. That's what she said. Percussion. There's the bass. Twist bass. I didn't save that. Twist bass. Back to this one. Correct. Save. Percussion. Hark. Hyper aggressive lead with amp and quartet and reason running through ozone. Probably run that through a limiter. No, I won't do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and save that. Oddly enough, lots of interesting stuff in here for me. Lead. Leads. So that's good to go. And on to the next. Shut up, Carl. This one is currently on the Elite My Electrons and stuff like that SoundCloud page. It's called Shut Up, Carl. I don't know if there's anything interesting in this one either. What about this one? Standard Scanner XT patch, altered patch. I do like this sound, so I will hold on to it. Shut up, Carl. Bass. Shut up, Carl. Bass. Double save. I do like. Well, no, I don't need to save any of that actually. Yeah, shut up, Carl. Come on here. Here, nothing. That's going. That's right. That's a dookie. That's going into the base. I've got this here, which is just a basic prism file that doesn't need any integration. So, and then there are the P tracks, which don't need to be looked at. Just right there again. Sessions, sessions like 5. All right, so I got a bunch of these to look into as well, which are things that I did before the hip hop beats, before the Sorrento sessions, before the one it is. Oh God, shut up, Carl. God damn it, Carl. Fucking Carl. That appears good. If you still haven't figured out how to do that for yourselves, I'm very sorry to have to tell you that you're retarded. But you can be helped. There's like a lot of resources out there for retarded people like you. Beyond that, I'm going to get back into Deliver Us Mars tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be doing music stream. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about you. And that sounds good. So I'm going to now shut the stream, or end the stream rather. And then I will see you when I see you.